Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Lost Odyssey. I am the mysterious JG. I am playing this game. That's what I'm doing. So, where were we at? Last time, I've been away from the game for a little bit. I tend to record a few videos at a time and then step away. Um, and I have done, as you can probably guess from the fact that we're in the Crimson Forest, I tried to grind to get Ming to be at the same level as everyone else, but that's really just not going to happen right now. Not without me doing a lot of grinding. But I did get to where she's got the skills to pay the bills. She has she's learned everything she can learn from Jansen, Cook, and Mac that is of interest. Because level 1, level 2 white magic, level 1, level 2, level 3 black magic are available to be learned. But as you can see from the description, black magic up to level 3. Okay. Well, she comes with level 3 black-white magic. So there's no point in learning them because I would just, the slot that I'm using for level 3 black and white, I could replace that with level 1 black and then lose access to level 1 through 3 white and level 2 and 3 black. Or I could put it in another slot and have it be redundant and wasted. Either way, I mean, it's not I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing out. Yeah, it looks like she's got a bunch of skills to learn, but she doesn't really. She starts off, and I think this is fair because she's supposed to be like she's the first immortal, like, who is also a mage. And she would presumably, if she's been spending thousands of years doing magic, would be better at it than Jansen. Certainly she should be better at it than Cook and Mac. So she seems to be. She can still learn some stuff that is not going to be useful to her from Mac. And I think, I can't remember if she knew level 3 spirit magic or if I think I may have had her learn that. But as you can see, these are only like 10 SP each. So like it is not meant to be difficult for you to get these on your immortals. But yeah, she doesn't know power hit or combo, which is fine because she's a back row mage. And she doesn't know taunt, which I guess in theory we could have her in the back row taunting enemies to get them to waste attacks on her while our guard is really high. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, the main thing is, well, I don't know how much we care about these, but she's learned a few things from just being equipped with stuff. And kind of went back and forth on it, and I decided to kick Cook out because she's our healer. Like, Ming can do anything Jansen or Cook can do. She can't do everything Mac can do because Mac can be a, like, B-tier physical fighter. But she can do everything as a mage that Mac can do. So basically, you're choosing between kicking out Ming and kicking out Cook, or Jansen and kicking out Cook, and in most of these battles, it's a rush to deal damage before you get in trouble. Healing seems to, a lot of the time in this game, my experience with this game so far is that, like, taking turns to cast buffs and heal and go for long-term fights, it's just, no, it's damage racing. It seems to be the way this game usually functions. But anyway. Draki, the Split Infinity Dork, would not have had us come here at all, actually. So let's get back on track with where we should be for Split Infinity. Split Infinity, by the way, if I didn't read this last time, poor Split, I'm making fun of Split Infinity. I assume his could be a female with an attraction to females. But Split Infinity's description of Ming says, 6th character obtained, super sexy Ming. Check her out, man. She's even hotter than Seth. That calls for guide's name change, yup. And indeed, earlier versions of the FAQ I'm using were called, like, Seth version 1, Seth version 2. This is now Ming, is the new title. She's a special character, blah, blah, blah. She joins as level 20 hotness bombshell. And I swear somewhere, I'll hold it off for later. I swear somewhere in this FAQ, well, I'll wait till we get it. I remember one of the pervious, like, what really things I've ever noticed in a FAQ was from this FAQ, if I remember correctly, but I guess we'll get to it later. Anyway, so Split Infinity gives us a little advice on, he kind of mentions, hey, you're going to have to kick somebody out of the party People who are not in your party do not get experience or technique points when they are not in the battle. There is no switching between characters during battle either. It says it's not that big a deal because we'll get a point coming up where we can grind more efficiently than I've been doing. That's all fine and good. But anyway, the game and Split Infinity both want us to go to the port of Numara, so let's do that. Apparently we got really lost on our way to the port and traveled across the continent to the Forest of Crimson Death and stuff. Oh, I forgot how hard this music starts rocking. If you hang out on the menu screen for too long, the game just starts to rock the fuck out. The shipyard is up ahead. That's where the latest model is being built. We should go take a look. Is there going to be a mini game where I have to dodge soldiers or something? They found the errant spy, I heard. Hold on, it's you. You are the spy. And that's all she has to say. Those tanks didn't look like they were quite on a regular drill. Has something happened? I heard it was an emergency, but what happened? Do you know? Alright, so we are in fact done fighting these soldiers. We can just wander around the village normally. So there's so much jumping today. Whatever it is, I'm glad. It might be that if we futz around too much, we get in combat. Hold on, don't tell me you're... But it does kind of seem like we could do whatever we want now. I'm busy. If you've no business here, get lost. But if you have, just go on through. Okay. Seasoned crewman Kionis. What happens if the ship leaves while these stone-headed soldiers are blocking the road? We're the ones who should get angry here. We were called here due to the emergency, so why can't we go in? What's this about? Haven't you received the general's order? Hey, you over there. The tanks are already on their way. Why are you still here? I'm wondering if we'll just get a message saying, don't go that way. Nope. No. Yeah. Shipyard should be somewhere in this spot. Let's go find it. All right. So I'm not going to bother trying for the other exit. Clearly, it wouldn't make sense for us to have free roam of the city now. Citizens on patrol. She said something about it. Or he said something about patrol. Tanks were rumbling past here. Oh, dear. Yeah, you guys better get ready to tank. Get ready to get used to tanks. Apparently, your whole civilization's about to turn into a, like, fascist military machine. Oh, there's more than one path I should be... Okay, so I should probably get back to the guide now. Go north and head towards southeast to find an opening in the fence. Well, that makes me want to go... Wait, neither of these directions are southeast. I mean, we couldn't get here before. Hey, up ahead holds the military's most important secret. We are in the middle of an emergency. Turn yourselves around and get lost. So thanks for telling us it had an important secret, though. That is not normally a thing you want to just tell. Like, if you are guarding a secret and there are unauthorized people, you don't normally just immediately tell them, hey, it's a secret. Okay, so we have the Mexican minis are here. Happy-go-lucky technician Temelin. I was told we're having an emergency, but I wonder what it's all about. Are they supposed to be some kind of, like, demi-humans? Or are they... We can't really see them well enough. In order to check out the ship is quick. Yes, now he just looks like a giant post. Where's everyone? General's going to get angry if you keep him waiting. I think they're demi-humans. I mean, this is a fantasy game. They could just throw demi-humans in there without explaining it. Why not? There are beastmen in one of the countries. We were fighting them in the deranged beastmen were the first opponents that we fought, but there was just a minor little piece. Soldiers all excited about something. Maybe something big is happening. This could be the start of something big. All right, so these exciting paths come together here. It's an emergency. Can't those technicians follow orders? They need to get out now. What do you mean get out of here? There's no need to be rude even during an emergency. Okay. They always tell us to be faster and faster, but these things take time. Alright. I think I'm on auto run and I have a button I can press if I don't want to run. Which seems... Is this faster than... I don't know. This may be decorative. Or it may be that we can come through here later. A terminal for the white boa. Looks like they don't want us in there. Expect anything else anyway? This isn't the place we're trying to go. Well, where are we trying to go? Why wouldn't we want to just take their flagship, Sovereign Saren's flagship, feel strangely compelled to do things to assist the return of the Reapers? I feel like that ship might be a little too complex for like the 5 of us to operate. That might be why it'd be a good idea to search for some other ship. But anyway, this is indeed where we want to go. This is southeast, which, I mean, I understand what he's getting at. All right. Yeah, it seems like there's a big old area, but there's really nothing that you can do in it. So, unusual for this game. No seeds, no angel plumes. There's Mac. His picture looks like we're looking up his sleeve, and he's got a blue interior on his sleeve, but I think it's just a circle in the background. We're in luck. They're just starting the final adjustments, which means they'll be fitting the engine next. Sure. Oh no, the tanker chapter. Well, at least we get Salt Snake instead of Raiden.
Wow, this is a serious engine.
You can tell by my upskirt shot. Well, it's not quite. It's close, though.
Hey, what's up?
Is it a serious engine? Is that what's happening? What is going on with your dress there, Ming?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, they're demi-humans, all right. Or he's just very oddly dressed and has some real skin issues. Eh?
Hey, that engine. Where'd you get it?
You know, if we have trouble stealing this ship, it might help that the Queen is here.
Oh, this. Let's see, when was that? A while back, an unbelievably huge fish washed up on shore. This was in its belly.
What?
We checked it out and realized it could deliver incredible output, so we fixed it and installed it in the boat.
I'm a real voice actor playing a real character in a game that we're serious about.
Did the repairs work?
And are you seriously telling us that this thing was just like in the belly of a giant fish? That's what we're going with?
Like a charm, that boat was built to be General Kakanis' command vessel. Installing it is all that's left to do.
We've even got this handy-dandy set of instructions. For even 5 people would be enough to operate it effectively. Oh, I sure hope that nobody who doesn't have right to this ship shows up. Mary?
I see. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Wait, what? Are they supposed to realize that this is what's going on?
You know, a while back...
I read a story about somebody who didn't have faith in the Lord and he was swallowed by a whale, but then he had his faith in the Lord, or I don't really remember the story of Jonah and the whale, actually. Why did Jonah get swallowed by a whale? Like, I understand this. I understood the story of Job. It was a horrifying story, but I understood the Old Testament God message that we were meant to take from it. But Jonah and the whale was just weird.
Is there something you remember?
Do you remember having been a pirate? Because that's like the only thing about your backstory that's been established.
I really depended on it.
What? You're not really helping here.
Depend on what? The fish or the engine?
The fish engine.
The engine? It's from back when I was a pirate.
Is the ship from back when you were the pirate? Because that would make sense.
Huh? So, you were a pirate?
Oh, wow.
Can that help to explain our clothes? Is your history of piracy? Can that help to explain why our collars look like this?
Yep, that's right.
Pretty cool.
Wow!
Are you going to kill us and steal our gold?
Amazing! That is so cool! Huh?
Oh, come on. How pirates get into being pirates because they know how much kids dig pirates.
Oh, yeah, I've always loved women who are pirates and swordswomen and stuff. I read books about them for, like, ever.
That's sweet. Men who are pirates, they're scum.
It is so exciting to meet a real woman pirate.
You mean pirate woman?
I mean, to make a long story short, she wants to be your apprentice.
I would like to be your victim. Please murder me and steal my gold.
Yeah. What he said. Could I?
Well, they stole this premise from Valon and Baltier in Final Fantasy, so I disapprove. But not really. It's fine.
So, Seth, Mr. Seth.
Ooh, well, this got kinky.
Mr. Seth, would you discipline me with like a cat o' nine tails? That would be pirate themed and mistress themed. I guess it's wacky that the kids are excited by this in some way. I don't know. Draki, the Split Infinity Dork, isn't really giving us a lot of direction at this point, so presumably we can't go wrong here, and there's nothing for us to miss. The boat that's being built right now is the fastest novel of Numara. It's going to make its debut soon, so you won't want to miss the launch event. Yeah, we might want to initiate the launch event. I guess that's what's happening. Yeah, this isn't usually thin. Like, not that there's much to tell, but basically, Split Infinity's guide is saying, look, there's this. He tells us to go to an opening in the fence and then find opening in the fence. And then it says, look, a boat of the general, let's steal it. And then it says, you'll be taken to the world map and the ship is yours to command. So, like, everything that's happening now is not described. Fine, that's just all the problem. Come on, don't fail me now. General's always shouting at us. He's gentle-faced. Gentle Chapman. Complaining technician. Finally, engine's fixed. Okay. We just walk right on board. I mean, now that I think about it, okay. It seems it's still really silly that the ship got swallowed by a giant fish and regurgitated and was, but like, it might make some sense that they know how to operate it if this is her ship.
The engine installation is complete. He said to call him when we're ready for a test run.
Oh, hey, look!
Yeah.
Hey, yourself, you little...
Oh, good, he's racist against these demi-humans.
Get word to General Kakalis. Hurry!
Yes, sir!
Oh. I hate the way they're stereotyping these whatever they are guys.
Attention, General Kakalis. Your ship is leaving. Thank you. All right. Should be easy.
Well, it would be easy, but you just alerted them, and now like, those little frog guys were running and tripping over each other comically, but now that you announce that on the PA system, there is a blockade in place, and we will all be killed. Thanks.
Ooh. Wow, a lot of buttons there. Gonna need a manual. I think I'm...
Out of the way, Emma.
Oh, somebody paused in the middle of that, to jump over the chair.
Starting engine.
Oh shit, they've changed one basic control, and I have just destroyed our ship. Alright, so they've got some kind of photonic laser function. Oh god, this is better than sex.
Cast off.
Hi-oh, matey, this will you be shoving off? You shove off. And we suffer extreme structural damage. I'm trying to find logical flaws in a game with unexplained immortal people fighting in Fantasyland. So let's see if I do not recall this slant nose music so far. There's a couple of music tracks in this game I remember, but the going around in a boat one is not one of them. View the slant nose control tutorial. Traditionally, in these old school JRPGs, the most exciting moment for me is when we first get access to a boat that can let us, like, not go just completely linear where the story wants us to go. I don't remember there being a lot of, like, neat little side places that open up that are either optional or you can access them before the story needs you to type places. Lost Odyssey isn't really that kind of game, but
we will still have a little fun exploring and seeing what's going on. With the slant nose in hand, you are able to traverse the wide open ocean. Move the left stick in any direction to set the slant nose in motion. Move the right stick in any direction to set the camera view. Some areas, such as the shallows, ice fields, and hypercurrents, are not navigable even to the slant nose. Okay, so that's going to give us... I think there might be improved boats later. Press the RB to move this to the slant nose bridge. To return to sea navigation, approach the cockpit controls to confirm where you want to embark. When you approach the shores, a land will appear on the bottom right. Press A to enter the slant nose, exit the slant nose. Make the world map menu appear. Click the right stick and move to the closest land point. To reboard the slant nose, select the landing point on the world map menu and then press the A button. Okay, so we can go to the pilot house to figure out what the actual story wants us to do now that we've got our ship. I'm not sure that we can land safely back in Ura, which is now being run by... well, no, the king is still nominally in charge, but like Gongora appears to be planning all sorts of evil there. This would be our first chance, in theory, to go back and confront him, I guess.
Are you feeling okay?
What's going on with those denim panties?
Okay then, where do we start?
Have your memories come back?
Aren't you in charge now?
It comes in fragments, same as you, bits and pieces.
But could you take over for a while? Because my leadership's gotten us nowhere, and now we're on a boat, and you know how those work, so... Or maybe they should turn it over to somebody who's been running a queendom for 1,000 years, even though apparently she hasn't been. And she's been a figurehead.
Please tell me what you meant by saying we were comrades.
I just meant that we've overthrew the Mensheviks.
Yes, I do. Well, what about them?
Have you ever wondered if those dreams might be fragments of your past?
Nope. Next
There
question.
might be something turning round and round in your heart, different from the way you are now.
Who turned
Have you
you
ever
right
had a
round,
rush
baby,
of
right round.
feelings?
Wow, you're like saying more than one word since you've been getting your memory back.
Actually, Jensen's hitting on one of the big problems I've got with the game, and why I have so much problems with the little short story departures to his memories, which is that he doesn't talk that much, which is, I mean, it's fine. It's like he's supposed to be sort of cold and impersonal, but like there's not that much dialogue to establish, like just some really kind of stagey statements about how the past doesn't matter. I'm a man with no past. Part of me feels like if they'd sort of built up to the revelation that he had a daughter and that she died and blah blah blah, that wasn't very emotionally impactful because we didn't know or care about Kime when that happened. It's not like we built up to this shocking secret about his past. It just kind of all came out at once. So Jensen's here like, oh wow, Jensen is kind of delivering on something I think we're supposed to have picked up on our own, which is that, oh, Kime is really changed by this memory from his past, but we didn't have that much time with what Kime was like before.
Well, you're still as fun to be with, though.
Well, have you experienced anything like what Kime is talking about?
You mean memories? Conceptual memories?
Not sure. You know that you're called the 1,000-year-old queen, right?
Who says that?
And
I'll
your
have them
body is
killed.
Supposed to be immortal? Yes, but I don't know why I'm called that.
I'm very
Or
incurious,
why
too.
My body doesn't age. I don't understand anything.
I don't understand the concept
That
of
must be why
pants.
Kakanis looks down on you. You've lost your purpose.
It's just that... How should I put it?
What's a split screen of Jensen was odd.
I often feel as though there's something terribly important that I'm forgetting.
It's probably undergarments to go with those denim overgarments. That's what you're forgetting.
It pains me, as though it may not be in my memories after all. But my heart remembers the pain. There have been many times recently when this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
My body wouldn't move, like it was exhausted. And then I would collapse. when I felt this vague sense of unease coming on.
She's like, oh shit, that could happen to me. I'm
I'd
immortal.
play the harp, and that would calm my mind.
So that's what you were doing when we met.
Yes.
Playing the harp, calming her mind,
Kakanas
getting kidnapped.
frequently advised me to lift the country from its isolation. At those times, he recommended nothing more than expanding our information about the outside world.
That makes sense.
It seems that his true objective was something else.
No, this is what they call fate. See, meeting me was predestined. That means Kakanas just played a role. He was a pawn to make it happen.
All right, that's enough, buddy.
Yeah.
Ow, hey!
All right.
Yeah, hurt him more.
Ming, I felt the same as you until recently.
You'll call me
My
your
memories were
majesty?
locked up.
Your memories were locked up?
And then I started taking Colace, and that didn't do anything. But then I started taking Malox, and never mind.
You, me, Seth, and Sarah. And one more whose name that you as queen should know. The Urin sorcerer, Gangora.
Yeah, afraid that doesn't mean anything to me. Sorry.
Yes, I'm aware that there is a sorcerer called Gangora, but
He seems so trustworthy.
The five of us were once comrades.
We defeated the Mensheviks, as I said.
We had a 1,000-year agreement. We came to this world to accomplish something important.
Okay, this is an
That
info
reason
dump. I don't remember
we
being
made
told
a
this.
deal. We don't age. When the end of the 1,000-year agreement drew near, Gangora betrayed us.
Jerk.
We couldn't die. He inflicted pain on us that was worse than death.
So there's kind of, okay, I know this is like a nerdgasm occurring here, but now I'm thinking of them as being like the five wizards from Tolkien. Because remember in Tolkien, there's, you got the, I'm blanking on his name, the Christopher Lee wizard, right? You had the white wizard, the brown wizard, the Gandalf the Grey, who becomes Gandalf the White after the White Wizard Saruman decides he wants to have all the colors. And then there's these two blue wizards that you only know about if you look at like wikis and like, you know, get lured down the nerd hole of like articles on this shit. Because I guess they're mentioned in the Silmarillion or whatever, don't do anything. So yeah, it's like they're the five wizards who are all sent and they kind of only dimly know what they're supposed to be doing. I guess she's one of the blue wizards because she wears blue. Never mind. I thought I had a point there. I kind of didn't.
pain? What kind
I'm
of...
not familiar with that concept. I'm the queen.
You deprived me of someone more important to me than myself. You cruelly stole her from me and inflicted a deep wound on my heart that can never be healed.
Does this make sense? Think about this one. We had a vision of Gongora, and then the little girl threw herself off on a cliff, and many years later, we found out that the little girl had survived and gone on to get married to someone who's never named and have 2 children. Are we sure that we're not just mixing up some memories and Gongora had nothing to do with that? I ponder that. I want you to ponder that question, folks, and I want you to be fully prepared for the fact that my recollection in my flawed 1,000-year memory is that the game never actually explains any of that. But it's enough to know that Gongor is a jerk and that Kaim's daughter's dead, and that was, I would have to say, pretty traumatic. When we come back next time, we will further explore what the hell is going on. Thanks for watching.